Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a very fun video. I'm going to be talking about my passion, my love, horseback riding, and I'm actually going to be talking about the truth, so the pros and the cons about it. But before we get into the video, I just want to show you guys my new Stanley Cup. It's not real. It's from Five Below and I love it. It's so nice. It keeps my water cool for a while. I wouldn't say it's like as chilled as like a Yeti or a Stanley Cup. I would compare it to like a Hydro Peak, which it still keeps your water chilled for a good time, but there's just something about having, you know, the good old OG. I also do want to show you guys a little miss thing. Everybody meet Cora. She is my new kitty. I'm going to be doing a story time about her and Jin because I had a video of Jin on my channel, but YouTube took it down because of copyright. I don't know why they haven't fixed that, you know, little issue yet, but anyways, I'm going to be talking about Cora. I'm sure if you guys follow me, you know that if I hold Jin like this for more than 5 seconds, he starts squirming and like going, Cora is a little ham. She lets you do whatever to her. Like, I could hold her all day long and she just loves to. Yes, she just loves to be held and like snuggled. So I'm gonna go put her with her brother and then we can get into the video. So first thing I'm gonna say for those who are new, there are 2 different styles of horseback riding. Well, there's many styles, but I'm gonna be talking about just English and Western. English riding is like hunter jumper, so you'll see a lot of like agility or like dressage. I know there's definitely a lot more, but I'm just gonna name those for now. And then there's Western riding, which has to do with like barrel racing, so many different things, reining. I definitely feel like I leaned more towards like the Western aspect of riding. It's just something that I love. I love the whole like cowgirl idea. It's great. When you're starting, you get to decide like what it is you want, and that's really important to do research and know which you want to do, because that way you know which farm to go to. And I'm going to be getting into that and talking about it. It's time to spill the tea. We're going to be talking first about like the pros of horseback riding, which there are so many. The first pro is it is so addicting. It is so much fun to just be in a hobby or a sport. That's just something that I forever love. I grew up doing that. I was a cheerleader for over 7 years. Having like a hobby and a sport and just keeping my body active, it's just always been in my life. And I knew I was never going to go back to cheer because it's just a really strenuous sport. There's a lot of travel involved. It is expensive, but we'll get into horseback riding's expenses too. I'm excited that I started something new that is my new passion and I love it so much. And it's just like, oh my gosh, it just fuels my heart and my spirit. It's really hot in here, by the way. I'm filming in my bathroom and I have a ring light on and that thing is blazing. I don't know what it is. Even when I work out, I just love to have like everything ready. For example, with horseback riding, obviously you need certain tools for riding. So one of the tools are cowboy boots, which if you know me, you know I am obsessed with cowboy boots, and I'm going to insert some pictures here of some looks that I have on with some cowboy boots. I would say they're not really like riding boots because they're not genuine leather. These are genuine leather and I got them at Boot Barn and they're so nice. They are a kid size 4, I believe. Yeah, they're a size 4. Oh my gosh, there's probably like cow poop on these or horse poop. They are really nice and they withstand a lot. I have like stepped in mud in these, definitely stepped on poop. I actually got stepped on by a horse with these too, and I didn't really feel much, so that's good. So these are Boot Barn. I'll see if I could find the exact ones and link them for you. Again, they are a kid size, so I'll see if they have them in adult size, but anyways, that was really fun to always like put together an outfit for practice, and I always filmed a lot. That's another pro. It was just so much fun to get new boots. And hold up, I hear them hissing. Oh my gosh. My cats are still getting used to each other, so Jin is being a menace. If you guys saw my last YouTube short, you'll see how he's been. It's been eventful having 2 cats. Like, they always say, oh, get 2 because the first one like gets lonely. He does not leave her alone. He is obsessed with her, but that's a topic for another video. I'm gonna talk about my helmet. I don't have it with me, it's in my car, but I do have the Troxel helmet. I can add a picture here and it is linked on my Amazon storefront, which I will link that below, so you guys can pick up a helmet there if you do want one. I really did love my helmet. I had a black helmet and it matched with everything. I always thought, oh my gosh, like I don't want to wear a helmet, it's so bulky. I wish I could just wear a cowboy hat, but trust me, it's really good to be safe. I've never had a horseback riding accident, like I've never fallen off, thank goodness, but my trainer actually has, and she told me, and she's like, oh my gosh, I've fallen off so many times, like it just happens. You gotta get used to it, and again, you just gotta be safe and make sure that you are, sorry, I have like There's like hair everywhere. Jin is shedding so much, you guys. It's his season. It's really good to stay safe when you're horseback riding, and I totally like respect that and understand. So that is why I have my riding helmet, and I love to bring it in every practice. Another pro about horseback riding is you can set a new goal every single lesson. He was just hissing at her, she was just crying, and now she wants to be with him. So now Jin is in the bathroom with us. It's a party in the bathroom, isn't it? Like, if it isn't hot enough. Every single lesson I would set a new goal, and I would walk, and then like when I was done like learning how to walk and like keep my foot placement on the saddle and the stirrups, like I was able to move on to like trotting, and then from trotting I moved on to loping, which is so much fun. I love loping. It is my favorite thing ever, but it is scary your first time. Like, it is really, really scary, but I'm still learning. I have the worst technique ever, but I'm definitely getting there. Jin! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be doing that the whole video, I'm sorry. Jin, please leave her alone, please. So yeah, loping, it just feels so nice, and then you kind of become addicted to it because you're just like, wow, I'm going so fast. I cannot believe that's me. And if you're recording yourself and you see yourself doing it, you're like, I cannot believe that is me. I just want to go to an empty field and just ride and just like go as fast as I can on a horse. It is the best feeling ever. And I think that's how, like, it's like an adrenaline rush. I think that's how people like that go skydiving or go like shark diving, I don't know, do some crazy stuff in the sky. It's always the sky. I would never for $1 million skydive or do anything in the sky. Like, I'm scared of the sky. I'm staying down below. Another pro about this sport is you are getting a really good workout in. Like, oh my gosh, the post riding, you guys, you really do work out your thighs and your glutes and hips like so much, and also you're just getting so much cardio in because you're breathing on the horse. Jin, oh my gosh. You're breathing on the horse and you're like having to like focus and steer. There's just a lot that ties into horseback riding, and something that I really want to do and I'm working towards it is barrel race. I don't think I want to do it like competitive. I think I just want to do it for fun, like recreationally, but it just looks like a blast. It looks like so much fun. I just still need to get my control on the horse. Oh my gosh, he found my hair extensions. I can't with this cat. I literally don't know what to do with him, guys. Like, it's... Another great thing about horseback riding is the connection between the rider and the horse. I used to be scared of horses when I first started. Of course I love them, but I was always like really scared of them, and like I was scared that they would bite or like kick or like buck me off. It's the complete opposite. I had many lessons. I started in May, and oh my gosh, I had so many lessons that everything's just been perfect. I am doing it in a very calm way, so I'm not doing it competitively, so my horse never really feels like stressed or anything. Horseback riding is definitely my form of self-care. A lot of people get massages or do their nails, do their brows. I'm so grateful too. It's a lot of fun to get your boyfriend into horseback riding too, because then you guys could ride together, and oh my gosh, it's just so much fun. Jose, I remember when we first started, like, he was like, I'm not riding, like, I'm not doing it, not gonna happen. And he's already done like what, like, I think he's been on a horse like 3 or 4 times already. Gotcha. I can't believe that God made these animals. Like, I can't believe it. Like, I literally am so shook. I've always said it, like, for a year. You can ask Jose. I've been saying it forever. I really want to ride a horse. I really want to do lessons, but I never did it. I went to a rodeo for my very first time, and I got so emotional. And right then and there, I was like, I'm gonna do lessons. This is the year. And it's the best thing I could have ever done. So now I've talked really good about it. Let's talk about the cons. I would say the first con is to definitely know which barn you're going to be riding at, because I just picked one that I saw at the rodeo, and don't get me wrong, they taught me very, very well, but I just feel like I was raised to know really good management. Being in Top Gun All-Stars, shout out to Top Gun, love you so much, like my old cheer gym. I know what it's like to be in a good organization, and I just felt like my organization was a little bit disorganized. And I don't mean to bash anybody. This is of course my personal opinion. I'm sure that there's people that absolutely love the barn that I was at, but me personally, I love when my lessons start on time. I love when I'm getting like the full-on attention. I like when there's a game plan, so I don't kind of feel like I'm wasting my money aimlessly. Like, sometimes I'll go to my lesson and they're like, okay, walk, okay, trot, like, okay, go around this, and I'm like, like last lesson I galloped. Why didn't we do it this time? Little things like that. But nonetheless, like, it was so, again, a great barn. It was so pretty. And another thing that I want to say is definitely a con. I live in more of like a city, definitely like the city. So finding a barn near me is a headache. Like, it really is. My barn was 45 minutes away, which is really well, it's like not horribly far. There's worse, but that's pretty far. No one ever wants to be driving for so long. Like, it's 45 minutes to and 45 minutes from. It is like 5 to 10 minutes away from like my cheer gym, so like I didn't mind the drive. But again, going there and like when my lessons would start late, like obviously it was kind of like, it bummed me out because I made this whole drive over there and my lessons started late, so now I need to go home late and I would get stuck in traffic. And if you live in Miami, if you know, you know. It's like a war. Every time you're on that street, it is a war. Like, you are fighting for your life, you guys. It's so bad. If you come to Miami, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. Do not drive at 3 o'clock. Do not ever drive at 5 o'clock. And do not even ever think about it. 7, 8, don't do it. The next con is something that it's just inevitable, and something that you probably already know. Horseback riding is very expensive. I don't think it's as expensive as cheerleading because you're not doing like too much, and I'm not competing, I'm just doing it like recreationally, but it is pretty expensive. So I think for 4 lessons I was paying like $245, I think. I don't remember the exact amount. I'll put it on the screen if that's wrong. So it was pretty expensive. Don't get me wrong, so worth it. So worth it, and I am gonna continue horseback riding. Like, it is so much fun. It's just an investment to yourself. You gotta have self-care, you gotta treat yourself. Like, don't ever feel bad for treating yourself. That's what I tell myself whenever I pay for lessons, because I love it. It puts a smile on my face, so that's all that matters. If you have kids, because I was like already like, oh my gosh, I want to put my kids in horseback riding, and it's like, if I have more than 1 kid, that adds up. So let's stick to karate. Another pro, which by the way I didn't add this to the pro list, is whenever I go on vacation and like we have a free day, I'm always like, okay, let's look at the branches in this area and let's go horseback riding, and we'll do a nice trail ride. And I know when you're doing trail rides, like, I know to respect the barn and not to like post trot or gallop or anything, but like sometimes if my horse is trotting, I'll be like, okay, get excited. Okay, another con is you need to bring water. You need to bring water, and you need to take care of your skin, you guys. If you are not drinking water and hydrating, and if you're not eating before your lesson, just note that you're under the sun for a whole hour, like blazing hot sun. And me, I take my lessons very serious, so I don't do water breaks. And there was just a lesson, I'm gonna insert the picture because it's so bad. I'm inserting so many pictures in this video. It is so bad. I literally had a heat stroke, and you know what? Well, not actually a heat stroke, but I felt like I was not okay. I didn't have water that day, and it was actually, there was a heat, like, what is it called? It's called like a heat, not a heat storm, a heat wave? I don't know, in Miami, Florida. Well, in Florida. No, in like, yeah, like South Florida. So basically I was going south, and there was a heat wave, and I was like riding horse, and my coach was like, do you want water? Are you okay? And I'm like, I don't have water. I left it. So absolutely never forget to bring a drink, because that is so dangerous, you guys. Don't end up like me. Do not do it. It's not worth it. It is a lot of work to just be loping on a horse like for a whole hour. It's a lot. Another con, and this is a funny one, maybe you guys won't go through it, but I did. I had a phase. I still do. But I had a crazy phase that I really wanted to buy a horse, and just hear me out. It's very possible, because you think, oh, like you need a barn in order to own a horse. No, you don't. You just need to board the horse at a farm. Like, you constantly pay for it, and then like you can ride it whenever you want, which is so cool. But I'm just not financially there. Like, I'm in my 20s, girl. Like, I gotta focus on other things, like my future. In my future, do not like, don't even like think that this isn't happening. Like, it's still on my mind. I might get a horse. Like, you never know. You never know. Okay, so now we're moving on to like I would say the worst con for me, the helmet situation. Buy your own helmet. Don't get it used. Buy a new helmet. I am absolutely like, this is my fault. I noticed that we were sharing like helmets at the barn, and I was like, ew, this is kind of gross. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I bought a helmet on Poshmark. Okay, so it had the tag. So maybe it didn't happen from a used helmet. I don't know if it happened from like the previous ones, but basically, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's kind of getting better because I have been absolutely like trying to take so much care of my skin. But basically, I had a massive breakout on my forehead. I have never seen my like skin that bad. I just noticed a change in my skin and like it made me really sad. Like I was just like, dang, like I can't believe I didn't take care of my skin well enough. So right after you have a lesson, you must wash your face with your cleanser or with antibacterial soap, whatever. Just do it and make sure you are cleaning your helmet before and after you use it. That was something that I wasn't doing, and I ended up with this issue, which again, I don't know if you guys can tell. I have some scarring from it, but yeah, it was really hard on me and I'm still dealing with it. And mind you, I started in May, so I've had this for a pretty long time. My recommendation is definitely take care of your skin, take care of your body. Another thing is I would get a lot of bruises when I was riding, which is fine. I'm totally used to it because of cheerleading. Cheerleading bruises were way crazier. Like they were so much worse. Wear high socks. What else could I recommend? Oh, always have your hair slicked up in a bun. And if you have glasses, please get the little, like, I love this. It's cute. I'm not coming for them, but the little old people, you know how they have like the little glasses thing that holds your glasses in place and like you can adjust them? Yeah, you need that, because if you're going to be going more than 20 miles per hour on a horse, like come on, you're gonna need to hold on to your glasses. And I am blind as a bat. Like right now, I see myself blurry. I don't know how this video is gonna come out. I never know how my YouTube videos are gonna come out because I usually take them without my glasses. Yeah, if I didn't have my glasses when I was riding, we would be really screwed. So I think that's all I have to say. I haven't ridden a horse since I think like it's been like a month or 2 months. I'm so sad about. I miss it so much. And the reason I stopped is because I am changing barns, pretty much for like a lot of different reasons, but I kind of told you guys a little bit of how things work. So always do your research when you are getting into a barn, and I have a couple of options in mind. I'm going to shout out Merlin Stables because they welcomed me with open arms, and I really like love that barn so, like guys, like so much. That barn is beautiful. It feels like I'm in like a different state. It doesn't even feel like you're in Florida. The only thing is that they really do focus on English riding, so I want to find a barn that just focuses on barrel racing and like the Western style riding. As much as I love and respect English riding, oh my gosh, like my heart goes out to you guys. So beautiful. It's such a beautiful sport. I just completely fell in love with the whole like cowgirl Western riding. That's just like my jam, dude. Why did I say dude? On a side note, this is still on the topic of horseback riding. I am reading. I'm in my reading girl era, which I said I was gonna read a book a month, and I got this book last month. We are in November, and I'm on chapter 3. So, you know what? Today's November 2nd. I'm starting over. So this book, I'm gonna finish it the first day of December. Like that is my goal. I'm gonna be reading it today. It's called The Devil's Robe, and it is a Western novel, which I love. And you guys can kind of see there's a little horse and like a little cowboy. So I saw the horse and I'm like, I'm getting this. Like, what is it about? So it's basically about like it's back in like the 1800s, I think. Yeah, the late 1800s. And it's basically about like the first invention of the barbed wire. So there's a lot of drama. So basically like a whole bunch of cowboys, Native Americans, and just a whole bunch of like rancheros would have their farm and they'd have their land. But now that there's barbed wire, everyone's claiming land that's like not even there. So there's a lot of like beef and drama and tea. So the main character's name, oh my gosh, I forgot his name. I think it's like, it starts with the P, Percy. He has his farm and like his family and stuff, and like people are trying to cut his wire and like trying to take their land. So he's like, he's like, this ain't gonna happen. I don't know if I can say that word on YouTube, so we're blurring that out. But anyways, this book is really good so far. I mean, I've only read 2 chapters. But I think that why I stopped is because they're bringing up a new character already. What happened to my first character? I want to read about my first character. Why are they changing it up? I forgot his name already. I need to hear more about him. So far so good. I swear I'm interested. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye.